Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys every single sign in Granny that we are not her first victim. Although this might be common knowledge, I thought it'd be interesting to really look deeply into this and go into detail. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. The first scratch we find are the words 5 days scratched into the table in the bedroom where we wake up in. In the bathroom, we can see lots of scratches all over the bathroom cabinets. This implies that Granny could have trapped her victims inside of these. This also applies for the cabinet downstairs. In this hallway, the number 5 symbol is scratched into the wall. On the kitchen table, just like upstairs, the words 5 days are scratched into it, although it's unknown how any of the previous victims knew that there were only 5 days to escape. In the bedroom we wake up in, we can find the words "Leave this house" written in blood in the left drawer. In the bathroom, apart from all the blood everywhere, there's also a smashed mirror. The blood is in the sink, the toilet, the bathtub, and even on the walls, and it's highly unlikely that any of this is from Granny. In the second bedroom, there is a blood stain on the pillow. And in the third bedroom, there is a really large blood stain on the mattress that's clearly been there for a very long time. This implies that, including us, Granny has had at least 3 victims. There is loads of blood on Granny's bats, although some could argue that this is simply our blood from when she kidnapped us. On Granny's couch, there seems to be some blood, although this could just be interpreted as regular dirt. Another obvious sign is the bloody handprint on Granny's window towards the backyard. This proves that whoever was here before us was really injured. On Granny's basement floor, there is a large pile of blood, which shows us that this is where she kills all of her victims if they don't escape within 5 days, which is what happens to us as well. In the earlier versions of the game, if you lifted the garage door, you would see written in blood, "You cannot escape." If you somehow manage to get onto the roof of the shed, you will see the word "help" written in blood. This painting on the wall looks like an eye, and while many think that this is Granny's eye, there is a really good chance that this actually belongs to one of the previous victims. There are lots of weird paintings on Granny's walls, but if you look closely, some of these do look like decomposing human remains, but that's up to you to decide. The entire proof that there was once another person here is this note, which reads the following. "This is my 5th day in this house. She chases me wherever I go. I'm quite injured and my body hurts. The only thing I remember before I woke up in this house is that I was driving when my car suddenly broke down. I went out to see what the problem was when someone suddenly hit me in the head. I've managed to open a pair of locks on the front door, but that's all. Why does she do this? I hope no one will experience the same thing as I do. If I do not survive this, and if someone finds this message, I've noticed that she sometimes hides things inside fruits." This next one is slightly debatable, and that's the blueprint of the guillotine. The likely scenario is that Granny drew this, but there's always a small chance that the previous victim sketched this out. This one's quite subtle, but it's the missing glass in the window. This was either caused by someone smashing it to have a better view of the outside, or Granny breaking it by accident while trying to attack someone. The car in the garage clearly doesn't belong to Granny because I doubt she leaves the house anyway. It obviously belongs to the previous victim, as mentioned in the notes as well. The first sign of human remains we find is this meat in the closet. It's hard to tell which part of the body it comes from, but it looks quite fresh. Considering everything, it's very likely that the meat that we find to feed the spider is human meat. Another obvious tell is a skeleton that we find in the sewer, which has clearly been there for a very long time, considering that it's now purely bone. This last one is up to you to decide, but since this water is completely brown, I think a lot of it is caused from human decomposition and not just waste. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm sorry it was a bit short, but there wasn't else to really get into. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing and leaving a thumbs up. Hope to see you in the next one.